by 30. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Amy, and we're here to help you get creative. We're redoing a couple of rooms in our homes to update them for our daughters.
Yes, very important. We've had some strict instruction and we've taken some creative liberty.
Yes.
But I think the most fun part of what we've been doing is we've each, in some cases, taken some things we already had.
Yeah.
And recreated them.
If you have some great furniture, why not transform it instead of going out and spending money on new furniture?
Exactly.
For this first video today, I have taken the nightstands, which used to be in your house, and then we got them. So this is like a third life for these nightstands.
Absolutely. Yes.
They were really pretty white nightstands, and I'm going to paint them so that they'll match her new room. Everything has to be boho right now in our house. So
we love it. It's cute.
All right, so boho cute. You thought it was boho chic, but no, it's boho cute.
It boho fancy. Yeah.
Kind of like chic. I know.
That's good. Okay. Ready?
I think we're ready. Are you ready? We're all ready.
We're all ready here. So
let's get to it.
All right, let's go.
Hey guys, it's Amy here. I normally don't like over-explaining what we do and just let you sit back and enjoy, but I feel like some of the stuff here is worth explaining. I really love the look of the two-tone when I refinish furniture. This nightstand was white veneer over just MDF board, so there was not going to be any sanding and making that pretty. So what I decided to do is buy one of these tabletops. I was able to cut both tops from just this one piece. Of course, it took me, my husband, and my wonderful neighbor to cut it. Here I'm using this amazing Japanese handsaw. And this is what also helped me to get these edges even. It was amazing that using that circular saw, I really thought it was going to be completely straight. But when I put the two pieces together, I was so grossly wrong. But this handsaw really saved this project. In order to get both pieces exactly the same and squared off, I just lined them up by the short edges and cut off the excess on both sides. One fun thing about recording all of my projects at this point is that I have a timeline, and I was able to look back and see that I actually worked, I think, over about 9 days on this project, but in total it was only between 5.5 to 6 hours. It's always good to put things into perspective when I feel like I've been working on a project for a couple of weeks. This will be the very first project I've ever used Dixie Bell paints on. I'm very used to using the Jolie paints, but we had to find this perfect green, and that's where the Dixie Bell came in, and my local shop just happened to have this in stock, so I was able to go and grab it up the same day, which is always exciting instead of having to wait on something to come in the mail. While I was there, I did grab the White Lightning, which I've never tried before either, and I do think it did a really nice job of cleaning up this nightstand. You can't tell from the pictures. It wasn't extremely dirty, but I'm always amazed at what cleaning a piece off before you paint can pick up. There was a few stray pencil marks on it, and it really cleaned it up well. I am not a fan of leaving drawers in furniture when I paint. It's just so much easier to take the drawers out. But much to my dismay, these drawers would not come out. Never figured out how they were actually in there, but I could not figure out how to get them out. So I had to work around them. I'm never very careful with the first layer, just slapping it on here, and it always looks terrifying as I'm putting it on. And the Dixie Bell, it being the first time I used it, it was a little nerve-wracking because I thought, oh, this may not work very well. But that's why I love the second coat so much. It's so satisfying when that second coat goes on and the color just covers up beautifully. For this first project, I did not water this paint down at all. I probably will do it the next time I use Dixie Bell. I always water down the Jolie paint a little bit. I think probably it's helpful with any of the furniture paints. Yeah, here's a close-up of the lovely first coat and how terrifying it looks. But don't stop there. We have a little bit more work to do here. As the paint is still wet here, you can see that I had quite a few brush strokes, but it really dried evenly, so you don't have to be that careful when you're painting with it. And I only used that one little pot. I bought 2 pots, but between these 2 nightstands, even without watering it down, it only used 1. Paint is dry and we're going to add the wood tops to it. I didn't like the edges of this. The piece that I bought, since I cut it down the center, the edges were not what I wanted to see on the front. So I bought this white oak edge banding, and this is the very first time I've ever used that. It was a lot of fun to try something new, and I will not hesitate to try it again. Here I just added some of the liquid nails to secure the top down. It was warped a little bit, and that helped to, along with the screws, helped to pull that board in, and it looks great. So it worked. Here we go with the edge banding. I can't stress enough how important it is to not just try something the first time without watching somebody else do it. I did do a lot of research and watched several videos and got some tips before I even started. Since I didn't know if I would enjoy this, I didn't buy any of the special tools for cutting it, but it worked out just fine. I think if I was going to do any more of it, I would spring for the tools to make this a little bit easier.
I'd rather not have to go back and fix any mistakes. All right, my goal for the stain on this is to match the bed in my daughter's bedroom. It's this whitewashed, however, it starts off with like a darker color for the wood. So I'm going to kind of put some things together to try and recreate this. So instead of using an oil-based stain, I'm going to create a stain with the chalk paint. It's just 1-to-1 paint to water. Wipe it on, let it set for a second, but don't let it dry. Wipe it off until it gets to the point where I'm happy with it. I'm going to start with the Waverly Hazelnut, and then I might add a little bit of the French linen. I have some lighter Dixie Bell that I might try. Before I start with the color, I am going to paint on just water onto the wood. It'll act like a pre-stain conditioner and hopefully help that color to come out a little more evenly, and it'll help with mistakes, or there won't be any mistakes.
Looks really yellow now, but or orange. We'll fix that in a minute. The wrap really did help. I didn't have a whole lot of mess up. The most mess ups that I'm having to cover up is from the sanding that I did when I put on the edging. For over the green color, I decided to go with the flat clear coat. I do really like to do wax over the furniture paint, but for this project, since it was going in my daughter's room and I just wanted it to be a little bit more durable, so I chose the flat clear coat. And it always makes me nervous when I go over this paint. It looks different, it looks really bad when you start, but once again, it's dried like a charm and it really does look great. Since I'm trying to match the bed with the top of these, I decided to go with a semi-gloss top coat. It'll also make it more durable for cleaning off and dusting. Just makes it easier to have a smoother surface. This metallic gold leaf spray paint. I think I've said this before, but I absolutely love this stuff, and it makes me want to spray paint everything gold. One tip though, you need to shake it up really well and continue shaking as you spray. One coat really covered it though. I always try to think of what my favorite part of a furniture project is, and I would say the end is always fun, but probably the first time I just start painting and you can really see where the change is going to happen. I love that part, but it's always nice to be done. All right, that's the end of this furniture transformation. Really hope that you enjoyed watching the process. And next week, we're going to be back and I'm going to transform those lamps because those lamps now do not go with the nightstands. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on that video, and we'll see you next week.